Get Fact. Hi and welcome to Get Fact. In this episode, we're going to introduce you to 24 facts you probably didn't know about the search engine Google. Google was launched in 1997 by two Stanford University students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They worked on an advanced method of searching the internet for 2 years, before creating what has become not only the world's most popular search engine, but also the world's most popular website, as well as one of the most valuable brands in the world, currently worth, as of 2022, $2 trillion American dollars. Google has become much more than just a site to find information on the internet. You can now send and receive email, watch and upload videos, work on documents online, catch up on the news, translate languages and much more. They have their own phones, smart home devices and multimedia streaming gadgets, and they're also working on artificial intelligence, a streaming gaming platform, and even driverless cars. Now, sit back and relax as we tell you 24 facts you probably didn't know about Google. Number 1. Founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page met by a stroke of good luck. In 1995, 22-year-old Page was interested in attending Stanford University to earn his PhD after recently completing a degree in computer engineering from the University of Michigan. 21-year-old Brin, who was already working on his PhD there, was chosen to take Page for a tour of the campus. This chance meeting sparked something that changed the internet as we know it. And as they say, the rest is history. Number 2. The original name of Google was Backrub. In 1996, the two founders worked together on a groundbreaking web crawler search project named Backrub. Backrub linked to Brin's and Page's own personal pages, and was hosted on the computer servers at Stanford for over a year before it was removed due to too much bandwidth being used. Number 3. Google is a misspelling of the word Google. On September 15, 1997, Brin and Page changed the name of their Backrub project and registered a new domain under the name of Google, which is a wordplay on Google, a large number written as the digit 1, followed by 100 zeros. Number 4. Google's first office was a garage. From September 1998, Google worked from Susan Wojcicki's garage on Santa Margarita Avenue in Menlo Park, California, renting it for $1,700 a month. Wojcicki was so impressed with what they were working on, she became Google employee number 16, Google's first marketing manager, and later becoming the CEO of YouTube. Her sister, Ann Wojcicki, the founder of 23andMe, later went on to marry Sergey Brin. After 5 months, Google outgrew the garage and moved to a bigger office. To remember their small beginnings and preserve part of their legacy, Google ended up later buying the house and garage they started in, and filling it with snacks and lava lamps, because, well, why not? Number 5. Google's first investor was Andy Bechtolsheim, co-founder of Sun Microsystems. In the middle of 1998, outside financing began, starting with $100,000 from Bechtolsheim and another $1 million raised from Brin and Page's family, friends, and additional backers. Number 6. Google's headquarters are located in Silicon Valley, California, and is known as the Googleplex. It's massive, about 80 acres in size, with 6.5 million square feet of office space. There's hotels, parks, a sand volleyball court, and a gym for employee use, as well as a cafe supplying them free meals. There's so much grass that they hire goats rather than use lawnmowers to keep it short. There's a giant statue of a dinosaur, rumored to remind the employees to not let Google go extinct. Employees are allowed to bring their dogs to work, and they are also supplied 1,200 bikes throughout the complex, known as G-Bikes, painted in the Google logo colors, to help them get around. Number 7. Google's first ever doodle was a Burning Man stick figure. Google often recognizes holidays, special events and newsworthy items by putting out Google Doodles on their search pages. In August 1998, founders Page and Brin went to the Burning Man festival, and to let the employees know where they were, in case they were needed, they left a kind of out-of-the-office message, thereby creating the first ever doodle. There are now over 4,000 Google Doodles, with a team whose sole job is to create them. A few of the most interesting doodles include the discovery of water on the moon, Australia Day 2013, and John Lennon's 70th birthday, for which Google released the first ever animated video doodle. Number 8. The patent to Google's original search algorithm is owned by Stanford University. Google's search algorithm is called Pagerank, named after co-founder Larry Page. Pagerank helps determine a web page's importance by giving a relevance score to every website to determine how significant it is, and is a part of how Google sorts the order of its search results. While students at Stanford University in 1998, Larry Page and Sergey Brin filed a patent for Pagerank. The patent is actually assigned to Stanford rather than Google, but the university granted Google exclusive license rights on the patent in exchange for receiving 1.8 million shares of its stock, which it later sold in 2005 for $336 million. Number 9. The Google homepage is simple and limited because Page and Brin had very little HTML coding skills. Because of this, they designed the original version of it to have a quick and basic interface. There wasn't even a submit button, you had to press the return key to start the search. Number 10. Don't be evil was Google's unofficial motto and used in their corporate code of conduct. In October 2015, it was replaced with do the right thing when Google was restructured under their parent company, Alphabet Inc. Number 11. In 1997, Page and Brin approached Yahoo and tried to sell Google to them for $2 million. Yahoo rejected the offer. Later, in 2002, when Google was much more valuable, Yahoo came back to them and offered them $3 billion. This time Google rejected the offer and asked for $5 billion, which Yahoo rejected. Big mistake. Yahoo was later sold to Verizon in 2016 for only $4.48 billion, while Google is currently valued at $2 trillion. Number 12. In 2004, when Google went public, it was valued as much as General Motors. 19,605,052 shares were sold, at $85 each. The sale of $1.65 billion gave Google a market capitalization of over $23 billion. Number 13. Its founders are going to be part of Google for a long time. Eric Schmidt, who at the time was Google's CEO, said in 2008 that Page, Brin and himself had made a pact to work side by side for 20 years. Number 14. Google is currently among the top 4 influential companies in the high-technology marketplace. Its constantly changing and expanding product offering puts them in the company of IBM, Apple, and Microsoft. Number 15. The word Google has officially become a verb. With Google becoming an essential online tool for most people, in 2006 the Merriam-Webster dictionary added it as a verb, defining it as to use the Google search engine to obtain information on the World Wide Web. Googling is now a well-known phrase, meaning to search for information about something on the internet. Number 16. Google helped fight vampires. The first time Google was used as a verb on television, as in to Google something, happened in an October 2002 episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Number 17. Google bought YouTube at a Denny's restaurant while munching on mozzarella sticks. YouTube co-founders, Stephen Chen, Jawed Karim and Chad Hurley, met with Google in a secret meeting at a Denny's restaurant, not only because if they met at offices people would know right away, but also because they needed a restaurant that investors would normally not go to. Denny's in Palo Alto, California was the perfect place. Over nibbling mozzarella sticks, the deal was made to sell YouTube to Google for a staggering $1.65 billion. This was a great deal, as YouTube is now the most watched and uploaded to video platform online, earning Google $20 billion in 2020, from only a $1.65 billion investment. Number 18. Google likes to acquire companies, most recently Fitbit. Google owns over 200 companies, its most recent acquisition being wearable fitness tracking brand Fitbit for $2.1 billion. Some of their other acquisitions include Motorola for $12.5 billion and travel agency ITA for $700 million, both in 2011, as well as Android OS in 2015 for $50 million, business intelligence software company Looker in 2019 for $2.6 billion, and Waze, the community-based driving app for $1.4 billion in 2013. Number 19. An acquisition called Keyhole gave life to Google Earth. Keyhole Incorporated was a company partly funded by In-Q-Tel of the CIA that developed an online mapping service. Google bought them in 2004, and in 2005 they rebranded Keyhole as Google Earth. Number 20. Google is available in lots of languages. Google was initially released in English, but by the year 2000, only the Swedish, Finnish, Spanish, French, German, Portuguese, Italian, Dutch, Danish and Norwegian versions of the site were available. As of 2021, it's now available in 149 languages, including Mongolian, Nepali, Punjabi, Hausa, Somali, Igbo, Yoruba, Zulu and Maori. Number 21. The first Google server was made up of 10 hard drives, each 4 GB in size, in a customized case made out of Lego. Number 22. A single search on Google uses roughly the same amount of computing power that it took to send the Apollo 11 astronauts all the way to the moon. Number 23. Google gifted the Mountain View area free Wi-Fi. Google started providing the area of Mountain View, California, home of Silicon Valley and the Googleplex, free Wi-Fi in August 2006, available to anyone within range of the signal and with a Google account user ID and password. Number 24. Google has placed Easter eggs all over their search engine homepage. These include inside jokes, secret features, and hidden messages. Try typing the following in the search bar. Askew. Recursion. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. Do a barrel roll. Zerg Rush. Text adventure. Conway's Game of Life. Anagram. Define anagram. And Google Gravity. And then click I'm feeling lucky. There's also several fully functioning versions of classic video games, including Atari Breakout, Pac-Man, and Snake. And now a bonus section. Quick numbers about Google. As of 2022, Google is the search engine of choice with a 91.94% market share, compared with Bing's 2.8 and Yahoo's 1.5. Google has an index of over 3 billion websites, which it searches through in under half a second. If you were to print this index, the collection of paper would be 130 miles, or 201 kilometers high. Google performs 8.5 billion searches each day, or 99,000 searches a second. 63% of Google's searches in the United States come from mobile devices. 16 to 20% of all searches on Google are original and never searched before. A 2019 survey showed that 84% of respondents use Google at least 3 times a day. 46% of searches for products start on Google, beaten only by Amazon with 54%. Google's Twitter account has 26.9 million followers. Their first tweet was, "I'm feeling lucky" in binary code. On August 16, 2013, Google was offline for 5 minutes, and in that time internet usage throughout the world went down by 40%. The top 3 keyword searches in the United States on Google are Facebook, YouTube, and Amazon. Well, that's it for this video. Did you learn anything about Google that you didn't already know? Or do you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see in future videos? Let us know in the comments, and if you like what you saw, give us a big thumbs up. There's tons more videos coming up soon, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button to be notified when our next great video goes live. Thanks for watching, and as always, get fact!